So yeah, just kind of tell me, like, think back to where you were before working with me. So that was 6 months ago. And just in a nutshell, like, where were you? What were you struggling with before working with me?
Yeah. I feel like I have just a different relationship with food in the sense that I look at it differently instead of what is my next, what is a treat? What is the next, I guess treat might be the best way to say it. You're treating yourself with food, or what are those treats? Instead, to look at it as, what do I want? What do I want the nutritionally, healthy wise? What do I want from my body? And then very much making it a choice, not very much a choice of, how do I feel? What does my body want? And versus craving, falling towards a craving or a time of day or a habit or just a routine of picking something up. It's very much more thoughtful eating, mindful eating, which is something that we definitely, was a term that we definitely used and talked about. But more intentional and mindful eating. And when I talk about the relationship with food, it's just looking at it different. It's a, what I want, not a, I'm not finding quite the right word, but I guess I keep saying treat. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
like
like treating
reward.
yourself to, I deserve reward. Yeah, I think that's, like a reward. I worked so hard today. My reward is I should go and get something sweet, etc. Instead, you look at it as, my reward would be, oh gosh, it'd be really nice to go for a walk. And how much better you feel by choosing, um, just the right foods at the right time based on what your body is craving, versus, or trying to thinking of it as a reward. um it's been so huge to take that step back and think about emotional eating and redirecting and habits that we just create. The one I talked about earlier is, you have a long work day and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go have a snack and then I'm gonna have a nice dinner. Let's go out to eat or something like that. And those, and really think about it. And it's, what do you really want? And is that really the reward? How do you feel after? And
Yeah.
I just reflect a lot more on, how will I feel after? And is that what I want? And the reward is by choosing the right, um, it's it's not eating, it's choosing the right things to eat, and choosing the right, um, well, yeah, just not emotionally eating or eating for the wrong reasons. I don't know. Or
Yeah.
for rewarding. I don't know.
Yeah. The reward is feeling good, feeling
Yeah.
alive, feeling strong, feeling vibrant, feeling light. That's the reward we really want. But it's so easy to get caught in the food as a reward, just because it's kind of, it's a pattern that we get stuck in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's instantaneous,
Absolutely.
it's always around us too. But then, yeah, there's definitely no reward after it, because then it's all the guilt and feeling like we got to work it off, or,
Yeah.
the body doesn't feel good. Yeah. What were you skeptical of before starting? Like, what held you back from taking action sooner?
Um, Probably some, probably thinking that, oh, I'm already doing a lot of that. I'm already good at that. I already make healthy choices. What's going to change? There's not much to change, maybe.
Mm.
And when you really reflect on it and you start, um, being more mindful with your eating and mindful with your choices, and it's not just eating, but it's also, working out or going for a walk or taking care of yourself, you don't realize that you neglect. We often put ourselves last, and we neglect a lot of things that our body is telling us, and could be as simple as a walk
Mhm.
and freeing your mind and not thinking of anything, and getting that release, and how it can really change you emotionally. So I think, in summary, that not maybe realizing some habits or just emotions that I had
Mhm.
throughout the day, or that had become normal.
Mhm. The silent ghosts, like I like to call them, right? They like drive your actions. If you don't see them, you're just
Yeah.
the ride. But now you see them, it's everything. Awesome. And then lastly, who would you recommend the program for? Kind of.
Yeah. I would, everybody and anybody. Um, and kind of going back to the why is, I think anybody, wherever they're at in their journey in their life, they're probably not completely taking care of themselves as well as they could, or even recognizing um, habits or just emotions that you have. I think we go through a lot of our days without taking time to reflect on it. Some people even more than others, that you start to even see it in other people, and you want to kind of say, hey, I- here's, you could really benefit right now if you just stop and breathe,
Uh,
redirect, you
yeah, but
start to,
imagine if somebody told you that, right?
yeah,
At the
exactly.
beginning, you're like, what? I don't do that. I can't. My mind's too busy. I don't have time for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thinking back of trying to sit down or do the just inner training, um, how, you start off with, it's been only 5 minutes, or, and, how you can really, so my answer to that is, I just think everybody, even wherever they're at, there's always more to recognize, and there's
Yeah.
always more to do.